Hello, good day, Father Francis and my beloved classmate. Here I want to share some of my insight with all of you. Weeks accumulate all the phenomenology and existentialism weeks we have learned during our whole semester. Upon reflecting on it, I came up with some important insight, which we call responsibility. I have responsibility in my own life because I am free to make my decision to keep this world a better place for all human beings to live in. Another being responsibility means that being for one action requires responsibility for oneself. Responsibility for oneself, responsibility for the self is time require a capacity for reflection on one's existing mental state. One is responsibility for oneself insofar as one can critically evaluate one's existing desire. It is affirming some motivating desire that one identifies with it and make it one's own, and in these senses make oneself and this responsibility for oneself. If we do this, then I believe that this work will be at peace and ensure that the work would be a safe place to live. Being responsibility also means doing our duty properly. From here, most of the time I ask questions in my mind that in my duty in this world as the children of God, from this simple question, I identify that I am living in this world with a purpose. What is my purpose? In simple way, I would say that my purpose is to keep this world a safe place for all humanity to live in, because I believe in myself that I am just being in this world temporarily by God to do His will. After finished, He Himself will take me back. Therefore, we are the instrument of God in this world. We sent by Him to modify this world with all our skills and talents that givenly by the one who sent us. So living in this world it is not easy thing to say, because we have a big responsibility to do while we are living here. What are our objectives in this world? For me, my objective to make this world a perfect place for humanity. Because I believe that God did not create the perfect world for us. We are going to make this world perfect within ourselves as we wish to be. Impersonally, through this notion, I believe each and every one of us in living in this world with reasonability, with responsibility. It may be great or a simple one, but we are all called by God to fulfill certain tasks, and as we fulfill whatever that task is, we should always be ready to face all sort of challenges along the way. From this point, I have to sit back and think rationally and logically about any entity set of situation in this world. The most important thing about me and my ability to become involved in this world, as phenomenologically speaking, say that in order for one person to speak about phenomenological, he or she must speak about something that they are usually familiar with. It means that one to speak about phenomenologically, that phenomenology must come from experience. That that one actually doing in his or her own responsibility in their journey on this round planet. For us, rationally thinking about who is almost unique in having the ability to learn from the experience of others is also remarkable for our apparent declination to do so. Being responsibility, we need to be in the work with our physically and our mentally. It would help us to improve the work and being that around us. We will be able to do the most direct good and see the impact of the people we help, how to transform their lives' progress. Being in the world consists of past, present, and future body time. However, being in the work involves more than simply inhabiting. It must be really involved in our society with our responsibility. As Jesus said to his disciples, "Go therefore and make disciples to all nations." They were told to go. Likewise, Jesus prayed concerning his disciples, "I do not ask that you take them out of the world, but keep them from the evil one." His followers not to be taken up to heaven, and tell us that we must to witness to the world, and tell us that our light must shine before others to direct them to God. Allowing our light to shine requires that we be around people. To be accomplished in this, we must have a sense of responsibility to involve ourselves in describing this world with all our awareness, because phenomenology is description of our experience, not analyzing or explaining. Therefore, speaking